Hey, what's going on? It's Bauer. You're looking at the new Nikon coolpix p6000. Highly anticipated little camera, and it's incredibly powerful, and it's very cool, and it takes amazing pictures, and it's going to give you the ability to do stuff you've never been able to do on a digital camera before, in all likelihood. It's got 13.5 megapixels to start off with, so right out of the gate, it's already got an extraordinarily high resolution on this sensor here. 13.5 megapixels. It does 4x digital, 4x optical as well, of course the optical being the more important of the two. It does do GPS geotagging. Now, if you look at the side here, you can see it does have a GPS antenna that is built into the camera. So when you're taking pictures, this will actually embed the latitude and longitude of wherever you take your photographs into the data in the picture. Then when you upload the photo somewhere like Flickr or you're browsing photos in one of your photo management programs, you'll be able to browse your pictures by location or look at exactly where your pictures were taken on Flickr on a Google map. It's incredibly powerful and very, very cool. It has the Nikon glass lens, so you're going to get really, really sharp, very clear photos with this camera. It's got a 2.7-inch LCD on the back of it, and it's a very, very sharp looking LCD display on this camera. It does have optical stabilization built into it, so it doesn't use the digital stabilization that you see on a lot of cameras. This actually will use the optical stabilization scheme to make sure your shaky hands don't ruin your photographs. It does have, you can actually add attachments to this lens. So there are wide angle and telephoto converters for this camera. You simply pop this ring off and they are available for you to add to this camera. So you can expand it a little bit rather than being locked into only the lens setup that you have on the camera right now. It also does really good in low light situations. It gets up to 6400 ISO on this camera, so it performs extraordinarily well when there's not a whole hell of a lot of light in the room. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this thing works a little bit. It's got a lot of buttons, a lot of wheels, a lot going on, because it gives you a lot of ability to customize your photos and tweak them manually. If you take a look here, this is your of course your wheel. This is where you can get to all of your quick functions. This is also a navigation wheel right here. Your manual and telephoto zoom settings are located right here, and your shutter is going to be right here. On the side is where the GPS antenna for this camera is located, and that's going to allow you to do all those GPS geotagging features. On the bottom, now this does take SD cards, so you won't have to worry about any kind of crazy storage card on this. It does take SD. It also has a rechargeable battery and comes with that rechargeable battery. It also has something going on here that maybe you don't see in a whole lot of cameras. That's an Ethernet port on the bottom of this camera. And that Ethernet port is going to allow you to, as you take your photos, you can assign them whether they'll be uploaded to the Nikon hosted picture service or not. Once you plug in an Ethernet cable, it will automatically sense that it's on a network and upload all those pictures to whatever service, or actually the Nikon service. All the pictures you've selected to be uploaded will be automatically uploaded once you plug that thing in. On the side, you're going to find your DC in for your charging and your AV out on the side there. And that's pretty much it for a look around it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the menu system on this thing, because it does have a whole lot going on, actually. If you take a look at here, this is kind of cool because it does have two user programmable scene modes. Now this is nice if you're in a situation where you're switching between two different types of scenes. You can program either of those to be any mode that you like. If you take a look here, this is the photo upload, the Nikon My Picture Town. Any images you select to be uploaded in this will actually be uploaded every single time you plug this thing into an Ethernet port. This is your GPS signal strength, so you can make sure that you're actually getting a GPS signal. If you think it's important that you make sure those GPS tags are on there, that is the GPS signal strength scene or screen right there. Now, these are your various scene modes that are located in this camera. Once you put it into the scene mode, you simply hit the menu button, and it comes up with all the various scene modes that are available in this camera, all the basic scene modes that you're going to find in most digital cameras. but it does have a lot of them, so it's going to make it easy to get those really, really nice shots. It also has a movie mode, 640 by 480, 30 frames per second on that. This is your manual mode right here. That's going to allow you to manually adjust everything. There's a little wheel right here. Now that's going to allow you to manually adjust the speed right there. It will also allow you to adjust all of the other settings, and it does have a manual focus mode as well. If you push this button, it will put you into manual focus mode, and then you can use this wheel here to adjust the focus. And it does give you a nice zoomed in view of the middle of your frame, as you can see, so you can make sure you get a nice clean focus on whatever it is you're trying to focus in on in the manual mode. It also has an aperture priority mode, shutter priority mode, and so it makes it very easy to take solid pictures, and it has a lot of user programmable functions like the My Menu. Now this is actually a programmable menu, allow you to get to all of your favorite settings very quickly on this camera, and it's just one button away. It also has this function button. Now what that function button does, this is a user programmable button, and you can actually program this button for any sort of settings that you want. Right now it is set for obviously ISO sensitivity. Oh, there we go. But you can actually program that button so that you can reach any of the functions in the camera very quickly and easily. Now it also does allow you to very quickly adjust things like exposure, your manual focus. It does have your macro focus setting right here. Come in right here. It does do macro, and it does autofocus, and that's all right there. It also has your self-timer and your various flash modes. Now the flash is a little hidden. It's right in here. It'll automatically deploy when you turn it on, but the flash actually is concealed in the top of the camera there. So overall, this thing is awesome. I mean, it takes extraordinarily high resolution, very sharp images, and it's got features that are just not beatable. I mean, you're just not seeing a lot of cameras these days with GPS and Ethernet and the ability to customize the camera the way this one's going to let you do it. So go have a look at it. I'm impressed so far. It's a solid digital camera, 13.5 megapixels with a nice 4x optical zoom and the 4x digital zoom, and of course that GPS geotagging and that nice 2.7-inch LCD screen that you're going to find on this, the Nikon P6000. Go check it out. For more information on the Nikon P6000 13.5 megapixel camera with geotagging, go to any of the retailers listed here, or in any major search engine type in N13-4410. For Computer TV, I'm Bauer.